Okay. Okay, I can start? Okay, cool. So, like, I chose this topic like 2 days ago. I changed my topic like a million times, and yeah, this is what I stuck with. So, wildlife, and we'll probably see some. Um, these are a bunch of marmots hanging out in the Alps. Marmots? Yeah, marmots. Yeah. And we're gonna go hiking and stuff, and we'll probably see some animals. And some of the ones we might see are the ibex. They're like mountain goats, cows. Not just any cow. They're like Swiss fighting cows, and I'll get into that later in the presentation. I think they're pretty dope. Marmots, might see them. Wild sheep, perhaps. And there's so many animals in the Alps, like 30,000 species, but most of them are bugs. And so we have like 15 different reptiles, 21 amphibians, 80 fish, 80 mammals, 200 birds, and the rest are like bugs and stuff. And that I don't know, this is what they said. Yeah, and that's a golden eagle sitting on top of the mountain. And first animal is the alpine ibex, and Dr. Keith likes this. He said they're really cool.
They come up to you fairly close. They're not scared of you at all. And they've got those tiny horns on. If you decide to use them, you're in trouble.
And what makes them so cool is that they can like pretty much like climb up cliffs, and they don't have hands. They just have like these like special hooves. They have like suction cups so they can like climb up cliffs and stuff. And they can also use their horns to scratch their back. Yeah.
Do they actually have like suction cups? Like where they actually like does like create like suction? Is that how they do it? Are they like very
Like I've never seen it, but I have this video I want to show you of like the oh snap. Yeah, I have a video. Dr. Keith sent me this video, and it's really cool. And yeah, so yeah, that's like crazy.
They do this all the time. It's awesome. How on earth do they do it on that? What are they doing?
oh, licking the salt?
Licking salt off the dam. That's impossible.
Okay.
They make the Utah mountain sheep
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, these things are so cool. Then the next one is the Heron's cattle. These are the fighting cattle of Switzerland. And like the cool thing is like the people don't force them to fight. They just want to fight each other. And they're like cows, so they're like these female cows that have horns and they fight each other. So like they don't like train or do anything. They just like go out there and fight. And like they have like huge festivals. It's like super popular. Get people from all over to watch it. And then like the cows, they like they get divided up into like their age and weight groups, and like they actually choose their own opponents. And I'm not sure how they choose it, but that it said like they get to choose their opponents. And so there's a video um, of them. I don't know how to get the sound on here. Oh.
See the up and down arrows on the bottom right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you just click up here. It'll give us some audio, something like that.
Okay, thanks.
The winner, with number 1 on her side, is the strongest and most spirited. She's queen for the second time after winning the title in 2009. The prize for her breeder is a cowbell worth 600 francs. But of course the cow also gains in value.
So they just push each other.
Over 12,000 people gathered to follow the final clash of the Herren cows, or Eringe in German. The breeders spend a long time preparing their animals for the fight.
It's a lot of work to get them ready. Feed them, exercise them. It's like preparing a horse for a riding competition.
Cow fights are criticized by animal rights advocates, but breeders and even politicians say cows are not forced to do anything.
You can't compare it to the Spanish bullfight. These cows have it in them to fight. This is how they choose the dominant cow. They do it instinctively when the herd is out of the pastures. It's something that's natural for them.
Ich finde das großartig. Ich begreife nicht so ganz.
I don't completely understand how the favourites are chosen, but I find the combat great. I think we must keep this tradition alive in our country.
Diese Tradition müssen in diesem Land unbedingt erhalten bleiben.
Selection fights take place all year round, before the final combat. The farmers sometimes have to use all their strength to hold the cows back.
It doesn't matter that she hasn't won. Tonight, she's still coming home with me.
As little.
Okay.
Why do you think they fight? What do you find? Nothing on TV. They're not killing anybody.
Yeah. So like every spring, like before the cows get taken out to the herd and stuff, they want to like choose the queen cow. So like that's why they like kind of fight each other to choose like who's the leader. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about the male cows. It's like this girl fight, I guess.
Strictly cows. No bulls allowed. So it's kind of a pecking order. If you had a bunch of hens in the hen house, there's a pecking order. They peck on the weakest ones, and they determine by natural selection what the ranking of our society. And they just have a natural ranking that comes out. Count them to the same way. I don't know. I don't put my crazy ideas out there.
Oh, no. Like, that's totally cool. Like, I'm open to that.
Joshua, what do you think? You thought?
Yeah, I think, I don't remember set up, but just to determine who's going to lead the herd, because, someone's got to do it, but they need a way to determine that, that's what I say, but I don't know.
It's a good point. So yeah, that's the cows. And, these are like they're like eagles of the Alps. They build large nests and they're territorial and they need a lot of prey to hunt and they don't like to be disturbed by people. That's why they're like out in the Alps, like far away from people. And they like a bunch of mammals and stuff like the ibex saw earlier, like when they're young, they're like hunted by these birds, and like yeah, they lose a lot of them to the birds. The marmots and the foxes, and yeah, this is like a ferocious predator of the Alps. Like I think it'd be cool to see one of these things like flying around. Yeah. Ah, I can't. I don't know. Like, they're probably pretty big.
They
Like,
might have a 6-foot wingspan. That's why they can hunt half ibex. And they have a pretty good size to take down an ibex.
So there's actually like YouTube videos where you can watch golden eagles like grabbing like deer and ibex like that, and like they'll like pull it off the cliff. And
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, not only are they big and scary, they're also smart. So, yeah, they can like push deers off cliffs, according to Colin.
We're all like.
Yeah. And yeah. And the chamois or chamois, or they call them chamois sometimes. These are another type of mountain goats, and like they're even more nimble than the ibex. Like they're also like good at climbing cliffs. Like they can climb 1,000 meters in 15 minutes. That's like crazy. That's like I would probably take 15 minutes to climb 70 feet. So yeah. Marmots. So these things are also pretty cool because they can dig like a machine. Like if you're trying to dig with a pickaxe, like a marmot could probably dig that. They're super tough diggers, and like they live in families, so like they have their own like burrows. It's like an ant hole except for marmots, and like they only live there with their family. So, and they tend to get bigger and bigger because like they have like grandkids and extended family and stuff. So, yeah, and they're pretty much sleeping all year long, like 9 months of the year. I'm kind of jealous, but yeah, like I think it'd be so cool to live in the Alps and just sleep for 9 months of the year. Lucky.
We get to Zermatt. They have 1 or 2 marmots there in the middle of the square. They're made out of brass, bronze, whatever. People just stroke them on it. So they totally polish them just by rubbing the golden marmots there.
Yeah, that'd be super
The marmots were marmot worshippers.
Yeah, and this is the deer species of the Alps, and they're like really big. They're almost as big as elks, and they like live in the forest and stuff. So like we might see them if we're really lucky, but I don't know. They're not like commonly sighted, so we'll see. And oh, this is just a video I found that kind of like generalizes and talks about the wildlife that I wanted to show you guys.
As you lace up your boots in the morning, you have a pretty good idea of the scenic splendor you'll be viewing. Jagged, snow-dusted peaks, towering waterfalls, an icy blue glacial lake. After all, these are the
Delta.
mountains. But what you're really hoping for, and I can't blame you, is that unexpected glimpse of the wildlife that makes the Alps their home. Most of these animals can be viewed and photographed right from the trail. So what are you likely to see on your hike? The red fox. He is often seen roaming across a hillside. You may also see him rushing through a field beneath a cable car. He travels solo. The ibex. Its scimitar horns make this
Oh yeah,
mountain
that's
goat easily identifiable. Strong, steady, and sturdy, the ibex can live up to 20 years, usually seen in groups of moms and kids. The chamois, also known as the chamois. He's smaller than the ibex, but definitely more nimble. Easiest to spot when a group crosses a snowfield. The red deer, only slightly smaller than an elk. The red deer makes a haunting bellow during the rutting season as males tangle their racks of antlers to achieve dominance. The nuthatch, a tiny bird, you'll probably hear its sweet song before you see it. A rare skill, they can hop both up and down a tree trunk. The marmot. These large rodents live most of their lives underground. Once they surface, listen for their distinctive whistle, and you'll spot them as they scamper across grassy hillsides. So keep your camera ready. Who knows what awaits around the bend when you're hiking in the Alps?
Yeah. So that's like the website I got most of my information from, alpenwild.com. They're like a tour group and stuff that they go hiking and look for animals. So like we're gonna see some animals, but we gotta like be respectful for them. Like you don't want to litter and leave trash, cause like like who knows what they would do, like get their head stuck in it and die. I don't know. And yeah, leave no trace. That includes like crumbs and stuff, cause the animals they have their own food in nature. So like the crumbs and stuff would like disturb them. And like do not disturb. Like if you see a deer far out, like if you walk up to it, like it might get scared and like they might like change what they're doing, and like you don't want to do that. Yeah, so just like I guess common sense, don't follow them, don't taunt them or tease them or whatever. Don't feed them. And it's like a good recommendation is to take binoculars and watch them from far away, cuz yeah, we don't want to disturb them. And like the cool thing is a lot of the animals are pretty friendly, so they might come up to you and stuff. But we'll see. I've never been there, but I've heard about them being kind of friendly, so yeah. And you just gotta know like we're visiting and it's their permanent residence, so you just be respectful and yeah. Thanks for watching.
Just right. A couple of things. As we go to Lake Chignana, we'll go on a pretty long hike, pretty long trail. And I'm sure you'll see cows and ibex. And the thing about it is, what they don't tell you, just like every farm produces different cheese, and every cheese in the Alps is all a little bit different. Cows have a different cowbell, so no two cowbells are alike. So when the person's shepherd out watching the cows, he can hear each bell as they're kind of have a musical tone all together. And he knows actually who's present, who's not, just by the sound of the bell. It's awesome. I think just tell you, don't come right up to you. They're not going to be intimidated at all by what you're doing. They can
So I just want to like pick up one of the marmots and just like snuggle it, you know?
Yeah, so and you'll see marmots, but so I can't tell you what a great experience it is to hike in the Alps. And the Europeans think the same thing. They go hiking along these trails for all summer. They love to hike, and like John talked about, there's refuge hills. Probably every 2 hours, there's another refuge hill full of wine and cheese. And you can stop at any place, and you just have to carry your sheets with you, and roll your sheets out. And a lot of Europeans will hike from one end of the Alps to the other over months. And they just love to hike. They're insane walkers, hikers, and they're national pastime. I just can't figure what a lifestyle it is. So when I retire, I want to hike in the Alps, maybe do temple work half a day and hiking the other half a day.
And the Rome, Italy temple.
That's exactly right. Did you enjoy that video? So originally we planned on going to 2016. And when we went to do the preview of the trip, we went to the Carrara Quarries, the Michelangelo Quarries, where Michelangelo deployed stones 2,000 years ago. But I'm not trying to take over. Just tell you some interesting facts. So they would sell a block, and they probably sold blocks to carve the Christus and sell the apostles out to the church out of the same cave, quarry, at incredible